friend of mine was headed into an important negotiation, and he wanted to run by me his quote-unquote negotiation tactics that he'd been studying and was planning to use. After the first few, it became painfully obvious that his negotiation was going to be a total disaster. Through the use of these contrived and BS tactics that most people are taught, by the way, he had lost sight of the point, the only thing that makes a negotiation successful. In any negotiation, or in any human exchange of any kind, there's always only one point. I'll tell you what that is here in a second. Just understand first that we are constantly negotiating, all day, every day. Now, while negotiation might conjure up images of hostage situations or trade delegations and large corporate mergers and acquisitions, the reality is negotiation is around us all the time. You see, as a social species, it is a fundamental part of our interaction in business and life. Anytime we're trying to influence or get somebody to agreement on anything, we're negotiating. From getting your kid to get dressed for school in the morning and not in his Halloween costume, to getting your spouse to agree to pick up the kids from school and not be PO'd about it, to getting your boss to let you have a more flexible work schedule and love the idea, to your coworker wanting to change the project strategy that you've already agreed upon, to your getting your desk neighbor to stop crunching chips, which is so gnarly and distracting, to your friend wanting to go to Chick-fil-A for lunch versus the deli down the street where you can get a healthy salad. And then, of course, also negotiating for raises and promotions and time off, and negotiating the price and terms with vendors and clients and promotion partners and investors and inquirers. The importance of negotiation cannot be overstated. Negotiation holds the key to successfully maneuvering through tribal life, resolving conflicts, and getting ahead in business. In all negotiations, it still comes down to the one thing. Are you ready for it? Here it is. Figuring out what they want and how you can help them get it. That's it. Period. The end. You see, a negotiation is simply an exchange of value. You'll want to write this one down. Getting anyone to do anything comes down to simply identifying why they would want to do it. That's your main job in a negotiation, to create the overly but mostly misunderstood win-win scenario. It's your job to figure out what winning is for them. You have to figure out what they want, not what you think they want, maybe even not what they initially claimed they want, but underneath it all, what they really want. Figure out what their win is, and then see if their win gets you your win too, and connect the two. That's it. Simple, not easy, but really, really simple. The only hard part is figuring out what they really want. What is a win for them? All right, so now that you know why negotiation is so important to our social maneuverings and our success trajectory, tomorrow I will walk you through 3 ways to find out what the other party really wants from an exchange. You'll learn how to discover what they would deem a win for them that also gives you the win that you need. In the meantime, tell us in the comments below, what is one thing you need to negotiate better? Is it something in your personal life? Something with your spouse or your kids? Or situations going on with your family or with friends in your life? Is it something in your professional life? Something with a vendor, a client, a teammate, a landlord, a supplier, etc. Before I take you through finding their want, their win, let's bring somebody to mind. Someone, if you negotiate better with, will benefit you and your life the most. So tell us who that person is or what that situation is in the comments below.
Hey there, Allie from the A-Team here. Well, first off, that was some awesome insight, am I right? I mean, regardless if you're leading a business, you're leading a ministry, your family at home, or even a sports team, we could all use advice on how to negotiate better, am I right? Well, hopefully by now you see how this applies to your life, no matter who you're trying to influence. So I encourage you to go back and rewatch it, especially if you initially thought that this might not apply to you. Now, to help us go a bit further into the topic of negotiation and influence, Darren put together a special bonus video training for you, and you are gonna love it. And it's totally free. So just click below to access it, and I will see you there.